Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Good morning, everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude, along with my friend and partner in crime, Freddie at Bobcat. Good morning, Fred.
Good morning to the handful of those tuned in live at 7:55.
Live at 7:55, and we appreciate you so much. If you're able to join us, please say hello. This is where we come together. We do this every single weekday, live 7:55. We do a quote of the day. We chit chat. We tell stories. What else do we do, Fred?
Well, sometimes we try to hit on some skills that will help you pay your bills. We talk
Oh,
about a growth mindset. We talk about being consistent and persistent and taking it to the next level.
let's go. Let's go. And it's amazing, just as Freddie was saying those words, what was happening in my reaction. I started getting fired up because just hearing those positive words, those are the things: intentionality, hydration, strong, confident, doing the right thing. I mean, where do we want to be every day? Do we want to be those words to be hitting and firing on all cylinders, or do we want to be in the other place?
Oh, I want my engine running and running hot.
Running hot, and we need great people to keep it that way. Russ Hammond, he's keeping it hot down at Red Wing Shoes right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina, next to the vitamin shop. Next to the
Yeah.
vitamin shop
Yeah.
and Chick-fil-A right there on Reeville Road. Go by there, see Russ, get you some Red Wing shoes.
Now, you know what happens in Russ's parking lot?
What's that?
People park in his spaces and walk to the Chick-fil-A to get their food to go.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I believe I may hand him a pair of shoes and just say, "Hey, you know what? The next time you walk across that, you're walking across multiple terrains here. My parking lot where I have a business, and then you're traversing that grass hill to
Yeah.
get over to Chick-fil-A. You need some good boots."
I thought about calling Deputy Fife, but I didn't know if it was that serious or not.
Oh yeah, Deputy Fife. But hey, Greenville Drive, a couple of things going on here in town. Number one, Greenville Drive are here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The Greenville boys coming to town.
Coming to Sparkle City to get that beat down by the Buggers.
Let's go. Burger Ball, baby. That's my new 3B alliteration. Burger Ball, baby. I hope the rain holds off today. I would like to see a nice crowd this week as the Greenville Drive come into town and kind of keep the momentum going with all the excitement. I love it. I love to see excited people down here on a weekday. Man, it's 6 o'clock and you got all these people coming into town. I think that's awesome. Speaking of cool people coming together, and this always, again, it's energy. We, we do it right here. Go ahead. Oh, Fred heard cool and he got excited. I
Yeah.
get it. It's part of the familiar. He was familiar with the word. But what I wanted to say is very likely, and I hate to say it and then it not happen, but very likely, First Sip Live, May the 15th. First Sip Live, May the 15th. That's going to be in the evening, in person. We're working with some folks here in town. I'm going to meet with them later today to finalize that. Getting hold on to it, Fred. I'm excited.
We
It's going to be
will
good.
call it that day. We'll call it second sip.
Second sip. I thought first sip, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
first sip, second sip, because certainly there's going to be there's probably going to be some folks drinking some beer. You and I, we don't really do that, but we do have a good time. We do bring the energy, and we do do networking differently than anybody's going to do it, right? So we're going to have a lot of people come, a lot of people that we talk to, lots of former guests. Russ Hammond will be there. People from Greenville are going to be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So details to come on that. And now I feel kind of out of breath. I got real excited this morning. But this right here.
Quote of the day. Quote of the day.
Quote of the day. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Fred, what do you think?
Naturally, as humans, what do we tend to focus on? If we have 15 fantastic things happening in our life and 2 bad things happening, what will we focus on?
Oh, we're going to focus on the bad stuff, man.
Why?
The thing we so much pain, so much psychological pain comes from what we don't have. I'm here. I wish I was there. Wanting things to be different than they are is the thing that causes the most pain. This is why they say don't compare. Oh man, he's got nice stuff, or she's got beautiful dresses, or whatever it is that we're looking at. But we don't have to change who we are, right? We don't have to change who we are in order to appreciate that.
Yeah, you just left the country club. You're on your way to work. Your 120,000 BMW X7 gets a flat tire. Somebody's coming out to change it. You're on your way to your 5th floor office where you make $750 a year, but that flat tire is just going to ruin your day. And you didn't even have to get out of your car to get it fixed.
That's ridiculous. Those people down there, I bought those tires brand new. I've only had them for 2 years, and here it is blowing up. It does. It happens all the time. And the way that we make sure that we don't fall into that same trap, because wherever we are on that spectrum, social, economic, intellectual, wherever we fall into that same trap.
Yeah. Well, it's easy. That's the easy path.
It is. And here's the truth. We were just talking about the ball game. I was walking to the ball game, and of course people are parking all over the place, and just movement. See, when we get very grateful over the simple things, then we really, this quote, acknowledging the good that you already have is the foundation for all abundance. Man, we can move, we can talk, we can do all the things that other folks. And as you get older, I start losing my eyesight. But hey, oh man, I got to take off my glasses, but I can see. I mean, I can still see, and so I think finding these little things in our life. Even this morning, I knew I kind of wanted to talk about gratitude is the attitude. Gratitude is the attitude. I started thinking about the computer, and I wish I had a microphone that did better. And why does this do? And I was falling into that. And I said, Daniel, you're able to get up to do what you love. Y'all know I love to talk and to get excited and so just in these little things, man. And what does that do? Man, I feel better now. I'm focusing on what I have instead of what Freddie said, focusing on what we don't have.
Well, and then when you focus, you got 2 ways to go. You can focus on what you have and how lucky you are. How did you obtain it? How can you get more? Or you can focus on your 2 little negative situations over here, which will bring you down. You will lose focus. People don't want to be around you when you act like that. So you lose proximity to power, and then you put yourself in a bad situation.
You do. And so this is why all of that, if you had very limited skills, education, whatever, you were limited, but you had a fantastic attitude, right? You were grateful about everything. You were encouraging. helpful. You're never going to need a job. I mean, you're always you're going to have people around you. And so simply with mindset, that is a skill. And as we get more and more and the robots start doing more and more, we are going to need good attitude human beings to make stuff really flow. Don't you think?
Absolutely. Now, I have a question to ask you after you hit the next button.
Here we go.
Get ready. It's time for the 2-minute skill.
Can you whistle?
Yeah, I can do it.
I hope somebody takes this picture while you're trying to whistle.
No, don't you dare do it. Don't you spell that on the internet.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
What stops me, you, people from making big moves? And this is just a discussion question for the 2-minute skill. What stops
Fear.
from making big moves? Fear of what?
Fear of, I will say this, even when, somehow of it ending, right? Like when I think of a big move, it's like, oh man, if you go all in, let's say a big move to me is going all in. Well, what's the fear of going all in? Well, if I go all in, I don't have anything left.
Well, so could it be a fear of loss, and the loss being money?
Yes.
All right. Well, there's more money circulating in the United States now than there ever has been. So do you think you may not have an opportunity to make more?
I think I absolutely would. And I think that I have to overcome that fear. But keep going. Is there more?
Well, I'm just curious. A lot of times, could it be a fear? Because I think we're all over it with fear, a fear of embarrassment.
A fear of failure. Yeah. A fear of, I'm just trying to really go there, Fred, because I agree with you. It is that resistance of why can't we, put ourselves out there more? Now, I do a pretty good job of taking those instant actions. It's like, man, I'm afraid to say, go give this speech. I'm afraid, especially in the beginning, to do whatever it was kind of socially. And I just kind of white knuckled it and pushed through. And that showed me, but that's kind of like a short-term sprint. And what you're saying, a move is different than an action. A move is like, hey, this is a strategic all in. I'm really putting my neck out. What would that look like? Let's just talk about my situation. Maybe it would require paying someone to come in and to help me with all of my media stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just paying someone instead of I'm working on that, folks. But you know how you would do it if you don't want to make a big move, you'd try to tiptoe into it,
You just
collaborate, etc.
A little bit here, a little bit there, but you don't commit to go all in.
That's exactly right. And what is going on there? It'd be like going to Vegas and having you a little bit of money and you get up at the house, you know what I mean? And you're working the situation, and I think about, it's funny that you bring it up. I think about this all the time, I mean, because you do have to ask. One of the things I will say, there is less fear the more that what we're doing, when what Russ says here, not having your mind right, a negative attitude, if you have that, then it doesn't matter how much money is circulating. But when I'm on my game, so to speak, I'm on my path, I'm doing the actions, behaviors, and the people around, all the things, well, then things will be fine. If you're on the road, things will be fine. There's nothing to fear. If we're making the decisions that we need to make, you're going to be on the road. You're going to have people around you that want to help because you got a good attitude. and you're going to be ready to perform and do whatever it is that you want to do. So I tell myself that often. That's the real game, staying on the road.
Yeah, the small actions will lead to you having the capability and confidence to make a big move. Ask yourself, am I in a position to make a big move? Do I want to or not? And it's fine either way. What am I afraid of? Is it a fear of loss, which could be money? Is it a fear of embarrassment? Oh no, I failed. What will people think about me? If that is your fear, write it down and figure out a solution to it.
I love it. And we're going to close it out here, but I'm just thinking it's almost like a formula. You know, you said something. If that's what you want, how do you know if that's what you want? We think about the desire. We talked about desire. Where is it that I want to go? If that desire is strong enough, then you're going to overcome that fear.
Exactly.
The smaller the desire, the smaller the fear. So if I really, really wanted to do whatever it was, then you just do it. That desire pulls you out of that fear. So good stuff. That's going to be the final thought. We will see you live 7:55 right back here tomorrow. And Fred, you got anything?
Go Boygaz.
Go Burgers. It's Burger Ball, baby. Let's go.